Hello and welcome to the Corona Yoga Challenge. Today is day 34. Day 34 and an increase of only 4,000 cases today. So let's see. And today I've got an exciting morning because I'm just about to head into school to go and work in the Learning Hub to look after key workers' kids for a couple of hours, which will be really lovely to see other people, really lovely. But it's going to be really challenging because you've got to do social distancing, so I'm going to have to be 2 metres apart from these kids at any time, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. I'll let you know. So we're going to start by coming to standing. So if you want to bring yourself to a comfortable standing position, and from here you're going to take a nice comfortable step forward, so a fairly big step. You're going to let your front knee bend and you're just gently going to press down through your back heel so you start to get a nice stretch out through your leg at the back. Just let it stretch off for a moment. And then we're going to swap over, same thing on the opposite side. So step back, press down through the back heel, front knee is nice and planted over your front heel. You're going to come back to your first side again. Make sure you're using a mat, so we're going to take a deeper step if you would like to. So again, nice steady step back, knee is still over the ankle, hands are going to come in towards your heart. First of all, just sink down with the shoulders. Then you're going to start to lean your shoulders slightly forwards, and you can let them come out and round so that you come in towards the centre of the room, making sure that knee stays glued so it doesn't start to do wobbly things. And then bring yourself back round to face the short edge of your mat. Step into your front foot, come back to standing, back to settled feet. And then we're going to come over to the opposite side. So sort of step that you would feel good with, back heel steady and down, front knee nice and bent, shoulders relaxed down. First of all, lean yourself up and forwards, really glue down through that back heel as the shoulders come forwards. And then press into the front knee, expand round with the shoulders. Nice, steady and even breathing. Bring yourself back to facing the short edge of your mat. And step yourself back to both feet even, both feet settled and standing. From here you're going to take your hands onto your knees. You're going to slide your hands down your legs. And you're just going to give your back a little bit of a move around, so a little bit of a move around in a way that feels good for you. And then bend through your knees and bring yourself back to standing. We're going to do a standing balance from here, so you're going to take a step forward. Back heel is going to lift, hands are going to come wide. Normally I hit the window at this point, here we go. So a little bit of activity through the back foot. You're thinking about lifting up and through your collarbones and out and underneath the fingertips. And then you're going to see if your shoulders are happy to lift up and forwards. And then you're going to expand out in between the shoulder blades, so out through the shoulder blades, out through the hands, to let the shoulders come down and keeping a little bit of softness in your supporting leg. And then bending through your supporting leg and bring yourself back to both feet settled and even. And then we'll come to the opposite side. So same thing. Nice step forward with one foot, a little bit of softness in the knee, hands come wide, expand out through the shoulder blades so the shoulder blades move away from one another. And then gently lift through the shoulders, expand out through the fingertips, and just start to ease yourself into it so that you're just flying out like an aeroplane. If you want. So I've gone into child mode here. And then bend your front knee. Back foot finds the floor. And step yourself to both feet even and standing. We're going to do one more on each side. So when you're coming forwards, it can just be a little tiny bit or it can be a deeper stretch, just whichever you would like. So a good healthy step forward with whichever foot you would like. Hands come out. Expand out, do take a hand onto a bit of support if you would prefer, and then ease yourself out and forwards, thinking about the collarbones lifting and the back foot extending away from you. And then bend your front knee and bring yourself to standing, settled feet. And then to the opposite side. Stepping forwards, hands come wide, back leg lifts so the collarbones lift up and forwards, and you're gently expanding out. So we're going down into the floor, out into each fingertip, and back into the back leg, forwards into the collarbones. And then bring yourself back into standing. So as we come into standing, the weight settles slightly into the heels. We get a little lift up and underneath the diaphragm, and shoulders release down. And from here we're going to come into sitting to do a twist. So if you want to bring yourself, sorry, I'm just easing my back out. If you want to bring yourself so you're sitting with your legs out in front. So you're going to have your legs just comfortably lengthened out in front of you. From here you're going to take one leg in towards your thigh, and you're going to let your hands rest onto your knees. So it's a feeling of gently lifting up and forwards with the sit bones. So do sit on a block if it's more comfortable for you, or take your knee wider out. So steady down with the shoulders. And then you're going to take a hand across your body, spiral round towards your bent knee. So think that you're, instead of thinking where your shoulders are going, try and think that your tummy button is going to point towards your front knee, or maybe beyond, but thinking about that as if you like the first movement that you're doing. And then spiral around a little bit more through the upper back and the shoulders, if you would like to. And then bring yourself back and to the centre. And we're going to come to the opposite side. So leg comes in towards you in a comfortable way. Hands are rested on your leg. We get that first thing of that lift up through the pelvis and the release of the shoulders. So nice, steady, comfortable, easy breathing. Your hand's going to come across your body. We're going to start to work with that feeling of the tummy button coming round to point to your bent knee. So the waist starts to spiral, the rib cage starts to spiral, and then the shoulders. Easing round with that feeling of length. And then bring yourself back to the centre. Take both knees out in front and fold forwards. So fold forward so that back of the leg, back of the body, the back of the legs are releasing out. And then walking your hands up your legs to come up to sitting. So we're going to do some breathing from here. So we're just going to do a nice easy breath where we are breathing into each of the areas of the lungs, kind of one after the other, to get a really good full breath in. So you can take your hand onto this area as you're breathing into it, or you can just imagine it. But I'll talk you through it, so do go faster or slower as you would be best for your body. So you're going to breathe into the tummy area, low down. Fill up and into the lungs, all the way up to the collarbones. And then breathe out. Same thing, inhale into the tummy, the rib cage, as if we're filling up like a glass all the way up and to the collarbones. And breathe out. And then one last time. All the way up, slowly, slowly, nice steady breath in. And breathe out. And then notice how your breathing is in this moment. If you want a challenge for you today, my challenge for you is to think of something that you're really grateful for about your job or your profession. So whatever it is that you're doing with the majority of your time normally, before lockdown. So it can be absolutely anything, like, oh, it pays the bills, fantastic. And it can be, well, I know I'm doing something that is helping in the world, or it could be that I really enjoy going and seeing a pile of kids often. Not every day, but often. I love teaching yoga because I know that I'm doing something that works, and I think I can do it safely, and I think I can help people alleviate small amounts of suffering in their life and bring mental well-being and physical health a little bit more. So that makes me pretty happy. So my quote for you today, but it could be that you do art and you get your hands messy or something lovely like that. I don't know. My quote for you today, this is Rumi. Raise your words, not your voice. It's the rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Raise your words, not your voice. It's the rain that I can't say it. I'm going to try again. I'm thinking about rushing so I can get to work on time. This is terrible. Raise your words, not your voice. It's the rain that grows flowers, not the thunder. I hope you've enjoyed this morning, and tomorrow I promise to be a little bit slower and a little bit steadier. But now I must go and see some kids. Thank you. I can't tell you how exciting it is to think about getting out to the house and seeing people. Oh my goodness. Thank you.